Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. It is 9:30. It is Cotton Cuts time. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Kim's creating. You're joining us from the road. That makes me so happy. I love sitting here and watching you guys chat amongst yourself every morning. I feel like we need to ask who So Magic is, because you were just like all up in here and like engaging with everybody. I love, love, love it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I know wherever you are right now, it is hot and it's humid. I feel like that's just a state of being in the United States this week. Oh, we are hitting 110 this week, you guys, for heat index. And so I know like the heat index is a concept that really only exists in the Midwest. And that's that there's the air temperature, and then there's when you add on the humidity, it drives it up to a certain level that is unacceptable in many places. And so, yeah, we have a heat index of like 110 this week, and both of my boys are trying out for high school sports outside. And it is like every 15 minutes, they have to give those kids a water break. It is brutal, but I mean, they could be playing football, and in which case they would have all the helmets and the gear on. So it could be much worse. I'm so thankful, you guys, we have power. Yes, I know Kim mentioned that in one of her comments. We did not have power last week, you guys. It was the bonkers thing. On Wednesday, our power here flickered a little bit, and the emergency lights came on and were on all night long. And we got in, and it was like the power was off, but it also was on in some places, but it wasn't drawing full wattage. So it wasn't enough power to turn on our air conditioning or our Wi-Fi, but we could plug in fans that would like blow air and then stop, and then blow air and stop. It was an adventure. We were here. We finally had to call it. But the good news is we were able to take everything we're going to talk about last week and talk about it again today. Lori says it's cool and wet. I think I would be thankful if it was cool and wet, Lori, because it is hot in lots of places in this world. So, well, we're inside. We're in air conditioning, and we're in air conditioning that works, and we're in power that works. And so we're able to be here with you guys today. We have a fantastic couple of things we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about our new Rosa's workshop. I am so excited about Rosa's workshop. This is something new we're doing at Cotton Cuts, and you guys are going to be the first ones to hear about it and see it, and hopefully be the first ones to get in on it. So we're going to talk a lot more about that in a second here. We're also going to be unboxing the Summit Puzzle Mystery Quilt. And so even if you're a seasoned detective or if you're a first-time detective, this is a great video to watch, because I'm going to unbox everything. I'm going to talk about all the inserts you've gotten. I'm going to give some explanation and color behind, and I hope everyone learns something new by the end of the show. And if you have any questions, if it's your first time through and you're like, I don't know what this means, I'm confused by X, please ask that here. If you have the question, someone else most definitely does too, and I am more than happy to answer that for everybody. All right. Ooh, Anne says she lost her air conditioning for 3 days. It's 90 degrees in her house. Anne, I'm so very sorry. Is there something wrong with the video? I don't know, Disney Dame, if there's something wrong with the video. I will have to ask other folks. 104 in Granbury, Texas, going to stay inside and quilt. Yeah, Joe Mosley, I agree. It is a hot place to be. Disney Dame, I don't know if you're having problems with audio or video. Just go ahead and ask in our team. We have Allison today. She's working the board, and so she's going to see if she can help and get everything you need to know to be in the right place. All right, but before we're able to talk about Summit and before we're able to talk about Rosa's workshop, we are going to get into questions submitted from you. So go to cottoncuts.com/live, submit your questions for the show. These are here. Allison is now going through them and putting them into the script for me. And we will see where today's conversation takes us. So first question comes to us from Marcy Whitfield from Bend, Oregon. Gosh, Marcy, I hope it is colder in Bend, Oregon than it is everywhere else. But good morning, and thank you so much for your question. Marcy asks, is there a color combination you keep coming back to even when you try to branch out? Ooh, okay, so this is a fun comfort zone question. I wish Dominic was here with me. But is there a color combination you keep coming back to even when you want to branch out? I feel like there's colors that I am more comfortable using. And so for me, it's always rich jewel tones. Give me a good blue, royal blue. Give me a good purple. Give me a good red. Any rich jewel tone I love. And every now and then I try and challenge myself by, getting out and trying something new. And I try it and it feels uncomfortable and I feel proud of the project that's done. But if I am left to my own devices, unless there's a catalyst to push me off my comfort zone, it is rich jewel tones for most of the time. I also think that, it is uncomfortable to do something different like that consistently. And I'm an equal opportunity quilter. I'll quilt everything, but I feel like if left to my own devices, it's rich jewel tones tones. I'm going to push this back to you guys. Is there a color combination you keep coming back to even when you try to branch out? Is there something that is your default crutch, or do you consider yourself an equal opportunity fabric enthusiast? Do you like every color? Do you sew with anything no matter what it is? Do you gravitate, and I'm going to push this, do you gravitate towards a certain designer? Like, is this something like, I left my own device, I'm going to buy every collection and only sew with this fabric for the rest of my life? I feel like that's a good kind of question to ask, because we oftentimes talk about how to get outside the comfort zone. Very seldom do we talk about the actual comfort zone. So Greta says any Tula and any red is what she loves. Let's see here. Jan Tyndall, she agrees with the jewel tones. They're very elegant. I feel like they're very timeless. I feel like they work well with a lot of different fabrics. Anne loves rich colors. Kathy loves purples and blues. She has a lot of that. Catherine says she sews just about anything. Catherine was, I think, a longtime member of our classic box. And you get that, Catherine. It's anything, as long as it's pretty fabric and it works well together. I will say where it is easiest for me to get outside my comfort zone is if I start with a fabric I love, and then I'm able to blend or match other fabrics with it, then I feel like that's a good way to kind of get outside the comfort zone. But I always have to start, I'm most comfortable starting with something that's in my comfort zone, and that gets me outside the comfort zone. The comfort zone adjacent, we'll say. Comfort zone adjacent. Let's see here. Lonnie loves blues, a lot of blues. Jan Tyndall likes Jason Yenter. That's an underrated designer. I feel like there's a lot of Jason Yenter fans out there, but they're not the Tula fans, but there are a lot of Jason Yenter fans. So Jan, you are in good company. Blue. Susan has a color. Or Laurel Birch, classic. I love the metallic and the African animals. It's fantastic. For some reason, I've been gravitating towards green. Terry says that's not even a favorite color. You know how I feel about green, Terry? Like, it hurts me. The green, it's not even on the rainbow in my world. Kathy says she cannot sew with black fabric. I feel like that's another inspired color choice, that you can't sew with black fabric. I feel like when I was growing up, it was pick a color and put it with white, pick a color, put it with white. And that was everyone's comfort zone, was color with white as the only form of backdrop. And then we felt like we needed to do something different. And so then we started doing it with tone on tone, like, oh, we're going so different. It's white tone on tone. And now I feel like there was a period of time where everything was against black and everything was very dark. And now we're in this kind of intermediary background fabric where it doesn't have to be white, it doesn't have to be black, it doesn't even have to be a solid. And so it's an interesting world to live in, but I think it's all your frame of reference. And I know that when I was first starting as an adult, everything had a black background. All the kids' blankets I made had a black background. And so it's just interesting how these things trend. Let's see. Joe Mosley says she's not a fan of a green unless it's emerald, no orange, but she loved Tula Sunrise. I agree. I'm not an orange fan. I don't typically gravitate towards it. It's not green in my world. It's just, it looked fantastic in that quilt. So Magic loves batiks. Zen Fabrics, Marcia Durst are a few she loves. For Lonnie, Ruby Star is her current collection for Collada. That's fantastic. We like Ruby Star here as well. Bright, unusual captures that captures the colors that capture the eye. Hello, everybody. Okay. Who knows, right? It's just a quilter's crayon box, you guys. You can pick whatever color you want. Everyone has their own preferences. Everyone has their own likes. It's not like one quilter to fit them all. So it's really, what do you keep coming back to in your comfort zone? And comfort zone is okay.